Back we continue. Bob Pompeani, Ron Cook with you at 412-575-2600. Let's rattle some calls. We got Bob in Wind Gap. Bob, go ahead.
Two quick questions, Bob. Why isn't James Harrison playing, and do you think he will play now with all the recent injuries?
I think so. Why wouldn't you? And if their plan was to save him until when they needed him, there's no better time.
I don't think that was their plan. I think they like the young guys better. They're playing
I agree,
better.
but he's fresh, and he has to play now.
He's fresh. Well,
you don't think he will?
I mean, is he going to play outside? Are you going to move somebody inside?
I think you may have to do that.
You might.
I mean, it's either that or Sean Spence. If Matakevich can't play, what options do they have?
Yeah.
And I think it's at this point that's a tough choice.
Yes, you could play him and move Chicolo inside.
Could. Ron in Aliquippa. Go ahead, Ron.
Hey, what's the deal with the Gronkowski suspension, guys? Like, does this make any sense?
No, it should be more.
It doesn't.
You're right.
Deliberate hit after the play, not a football play.
No,
not even close to a football play.
It was vicious with intent, reckless.
You can argue Shazier was a football play. You can argue
Juju was
Aloka was a football play, dirty football play. But what Gronkowski did was just premeditated, deliberate, and should be more than one.
I don't understand it. They gave two guys who fought and it didn't hit anything. They were swinging and missing, 2 games each.
Reduce it to 1.
Okay, but that didn't make any sense to me. I can't figure out the logic. Let's go to Kelly in Upper St. Clair. Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Bob. First of all, congratulations on your new granddaughter.
Thank you. Ellie Grace, doing well.
I wanted to talk a little bit about Antonio Brown and the conditioning that this man does. I mean, he just works so hard, and that hit that he took, it just showed that when he stood up off that field and that he was okay and he's not in concussion protocol, it shows a lot of his integrity as a sports player.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Shows a lot about his toughness.
Thank you.
And I mean, how about the one-handed catch last night? He didn't catch it with his left hand and bring it in. He just snatched it out of the air with it.
Best hands going.
You know what? I've said this many times. I watched Swan and Stallworth here. They're in the Hall of Fame. He's better than those guys, in my opinion.
Yeah, but when it's all said and done, he'll have every record there is if he doesn't already. So, interesting. But, Antonio Brown is the guy who works hard, and he came into that game, you recall, with a toe injury. And people wonder, he was hobbling around in a pregame run. It looked like he may not even play, or if so, he would be ineffective.
But he have 8 catches and 100 and some yards?
Yeah, first time that Steelers had a wide receiver go over 100 and a running back 100 over in passing yards together on the same night since 1970, I
Le'Veon
think.
Bell, just
he's unbelievable.
What a year he had. I mean, that tightrope sideline thing he had, I thought that turned the game around.
Did. They thought he was out of bounds. They didn't complete their tackle, and that's what you get.